Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Atelier Ryza Lightning Returns. I've probably used that one already, but I'm definitely the Mysterious JG.
And I'm probably Lethal Feline.
It could be someone masquerading as Lethal Feline who's hacked his Discord account. I'm pretty sure.
I'm really Fatal Doggo.
I'm pretty sure it is Lethal Feline because he had to briefly coach me how to get our Discord audio to work. So that's a pretty Lethal Feline thing to do.
Yes, your tech support on the internet.
Yes.
Lethal Feline.
So yeah, I've done a bit of goofing around off screen, all fairly recently. One thing I have done, Lethal, you're gonna be excited about this.
I'm prepping myself.
We have a bomb hammer. Now I had to sacrifice our actual bomb rod to make it. And its stats are actually worse than the bomb rod. It does not have like a boost to goods, synthesized quality and shit, or amounts. What it does have though is it frees up slots. But we
can always revamp it later.
Yeah, I am planning to revamp, but that would involve like doing some menu grindy stuff that may not be worth the effort. Well, we got our compass back. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you also combined our axe and scythe into one unit also, I noticed.
Oh, that happened a long time ago. If I hadn't bothered to explain that. Well, and that's another one I probably should go in at some point and make it better, because it doesn't have like gathering XL or any shit like that.
And God knows we don't gather enough stuff on this program.
Well, this is where I think you're going to be really excited. We combined two things. Well, one of them you never got to see. So.
Oh no, I saw what that said.
Well, you know half the story. There is such a thing as the wind shoes, which, just poking around trying to figure out some shit to make, I realized this is the thing that lets us deal with those fucking movement, like green swirly things that the game has never told us to do anything about. They're just there, constantly reminding you don't have the movement tech. This is the thing that lets you deal with them. But then it turns out, once you have, it can also be combined, in this case with the knapsack, to produce an exploration set. And I think you're really going to be excited. Basket size XL.
That's what I read.
We can now carry so much stuff. I can even carry you when you ride my back about executing a basic fundamental game mechanic on the air. Like gathering materials, which is 90% of the game. So there it is, folks.
Or not using the camera function, yes.
Well, no, if they had a way to combine the compass with like auto-correcting camera function, I would be in fantastic shape. If I could zoom in and out without accidentally entering camera photo mode.
So now the world is really open to us. It's amazing that it didn't tell us about the wind shoes, even though we've seen these so many times. It's like, well, that's what this game is. It's a crafting game primarily, so you should be crafting things to find these out.
I'm guessing that I don't really have any way to prove this. I'm not going to bother to research if I'm right, particularly. I'm guessing none of those areas are required for main game completion. And if they are, we eventually reach a point where you're prompted to make them. But the fact that you can make them, and we haven't gotten to a place where the main story wants you to have them, I suspect all of that stuff is considered like neato side content.
Alright.
But as awesome as all this is, I'm going to throw down a save, because as is par for the course in this game, just going to the fucking Atelier and back was triggering little dialogues that you guys will miss unless we load an earlier save.
Of course.
So let's
see that omitted content right now.
Yep. The first time I made wind shoes, there was, I wouldn't swear my life, but I'm like 80% sure there was a little tutorial on what they are that popped up with like narration, but there's no like, MPEL comes up to Ryza and they talk about it. It was just, hey, you got wind shoes, now you can get to like these things. But only if you give them the right attribute, because you can make wind shoes where you don't unlock the ability for them to actually fly you around.
They're those knockoff wind shoes, got it.
It's like the Air Jordans. These were like the Air Pippins.
They're just Jordans. There's no air in them.
They're Air Pippins. They're Scottie Pippen's air shoe. Watch out for falling rocks.
Wow, another gathering synthesizer. I never imagined that I'd find a second one. You said it was really rare, right? And you had never found one before. Man, you just really suck at this. I don't think there'd even be a second one.
Look, I put most of my energy into my hair.
Well, at least it shows.
Rare, yes, but not completely unique. It's very convenient having a second one, though.
Now we can take one of them out of the box and play with it, and the other one will remain in mint condition.
We can put it on eBay in 10 years.
Oh, really?
Now you know, and now you won't have to destroy the world you created with your first gathering synthesizer. JG will be elated.
I think we could just, like, let that sentence end with, now you won't have to destroy the world.
You can create totally different kinds of worlds, allowing for more exploration activities and opportunities.
You will no longer have to destroy the world for me to teach you everything I know about dying.
I see. Yeah, I guess that is pretty convenient.
But only if you can make use of it.
I'll tell you how I'm going to make use of it. I'm going to teleport out of here and then find out that, in fact, we have a third, like, glowing purple butt plug that we can connect to our Atelier. Atelier, that's a new word.
By the way, you found yourself another butt plug, did you not? Yes, I said that was a straight face.
That's right. Turns around.
Now the entire party can be equipped with them.
Then why don't you install this one into the forge instead of your beehive? I'm sure it will make it more useful.
Oh, sounds like they needed to use some more lube.
Now you'll be able to create even more advanced weapons. Just give it a try.
I think that's it, but it takes but a moment to check. Oh, and although I ended up not using the file, at one point I was hopping back and forth to Claudia's dad's place to see what items were for sale, which involved... Oh, okay, it was a good idea to do that then.
So I believe you got your hands on, looks at this camera, a fourth reactor / butt plug.
The fuck?
Behold. An oddest... No, apparently this is the third one.
What, wait, I thought we had... Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, this is the third one now, I think.
Maybe we had the review on the fourth one last time, and this is the third.
It could be.
Well then, let's install it. I believe there's room for one more. Don't want to jam too many of those in there, though.
I'm guessing this, like, unlocks some specific shit. Alright.
Probably. There you go. The forge should now be operating at its full functionality, and there should not be any more purple glowing butt plugs out in the world. Or if there is, you don't have to bring them back here. You can use them for other means. Anyway, you should test this thing out.
You get the butt plug or the forge? They're not mutually exclusive.
I'm not in control of your life. You're your own woman.
All I can think of is that it reduces the... Like, it makes this process more efficient. There's no new things available. Anyway, whatever. Alright. Once again, although now there really doesn't seem to be anything that it could be, but, I'm glad I did that little precautionary visit to the... Because you guys would have missed him talking about the third out of sequence. It would have been madness for us to lose that content.
Madness.
Yeah. 4 scorns. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to the world where we have a bomb hammer that is not as good as our bomb rod and not as good as our hammer, unless you consider it better than both of them together. I'm a little curious, though. This is quality 89. Yeah, the hammer was actually giving us a little gathering boost. The problem would be, if we wanted to make this thing better... Oh, I can't do it right now because I've got it equipped. Which was also a bit of a thing. So there would be a little groundwork involved, which... I'd need to build another bomb rod just to get it started. I'd need a hammer to keep it going if we wanted to get the gathering up stuff. Although it all seems pretty doable. This is gathering up M, this is well, where's gathering up L? Yeah, I'd need to make a series of junk hammers and probably junk bomb rods as well. Yeah, no. We just need one junk bomb rod and some junk hammers. And we could get it done. But I don't particularly feel like doing that right this minute, so we can probably... That could be a thing I come back and do at a later time.
The viewers and I are sighing a sigh of relief.
You know, you could do an LP of just the story. You could do like one of those YouTube videos, Atelier Ryza, full story movie with only these story scenes. It would be probably an eighth the length of the game playthrough. The other thing I did see, and I'm just curious about, see if you have any guesses or thoughts, because we're not doing anything with it now. But I've got a mystic robe floating around. This may, in fact, be some kind of... Because it's right here with... Right before we get into these items. So it could be a Sundry Remedy, Authority Embrace type item. It could be one of these styles. We've also got... We can make a loop compass. If we had a Mirage loop. I can't begin to guess what that does, but it would have to be combining the compass with something.
Maybe we'll... All I can figure is that we'll have to, like, look for more gates or something in the future, and that might help us track them down.
Could be. There's, like, because I don't know what else you combine it with. We got knapsacks combined with wind shoes. We got axes combined with... axes are combined with scythes. Bomb rods are combined with hammers. Like, I'm missing something. I don't know what it would be combining that we don't already have. But what we do have now, I think, is carte blanche to just wander around all over God's green earth here looking for those previously inaccessible jumpy places and checking them out.
All right.
Unless you really want to do something with the story. Like this, to me, it's like, we can finally fucking do this. We need to, you know, do it.
I was going to say, the easiest thing we could do is probably try to track down those treasures, because those are probably behind those jumpy spots.
You know, most of them probably are. I mean, it's been a while since we checked to see if there's any we can access now. But it has been a minute. It'll give us. It'll be a twofer. We'll get a chance to do both. So the northern fork.
That one's clearly on the other side of something. It's either something accessible by the bomb rod or by jumping.
Now, unless
Traveler's Road.
Traveler's Road. Was there an on-screen clue I missed, or did you just remember that?
I just remembered that.
Nope. There we go.
The icons are there for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oops.
Of course.
Well, it was gold, but that's because it's a combined item. I'm glad we did see the bomb rod in action last time, because it's actually kind of more fun to me than the bomb hammer, just in terms of shooting jets of magical fire at shit and then collecting charcoal.
Now we just hit with a giant hammer and turn it to ash.
You're not gonna move towards me?
Like, just like, please don't hurt me, miss.
He's like, I ain't fucking with this.
If I stand still, she won't see me. She saw me. Damn.
How not to be seen.
So we get the combined effects from both weapons, which makes total sense.
What do they even do? They get, Damn it! Whatever. I forgot what hammer does. If it lowers speed, I think?
hammer hits the stun gauge.
Oh, okay. That is a good combo. Because damage on its own, really not that hot. It doesn't do that much. But the stun gauge, you have to be a little bit more specialized. Woo! There you go.
Treasure.
There's your border scale.
Well, that's something good that we should have gotten with our super shoes. / jetpack, which is really what it is now.
Yeah, unupgraded, it lets you hop across places where there is a little path of rocks, which we've seen like 2 or 3 of. Upgraded, it lets you fly on those little wind things, which is like all over the goddamn place, or at least it feels like it when you can't use them.
2 grenades and some crimson ore.
Okay, never mind.
That's it.
That's
I'm just a model.
I'm just a hammer brother at this point. I'm just enjoying the hammer.
There's a big bad over here. I'm interested to see how tough it is.
Indeed. Well, currently we're using the straight OG original party. That feels appropriate to me. But let's do the. This actually does speed reduction, which I think might really be a little more useful than defense and attack. We're gonna catch you in this bug net, sir. Is this the big bad, or did I just completely go to the wrong place? Oh well.
I thought you were doing it on purpose.
Well,
it's not like it's gonna be too much of our time spent on this.
It'll be fine. Considering the quality of the regular enemies, it does seem like maybe these enemies are statted out for Traveler's Road as opposed to Traveler's Road way later in the game when you can get movement tech. But we'll see what the big bad is about.
The Mega Wyvern. The mother of all wyverns.
Mega Wyvern, A, not that tough. B, Mega Wyvern likes to fight other wyverns and then take their powers after clearing their stages.
Uh-huh.
Do not confuse him with Mighty Wyvern 9. Very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got
or
2.
Duff McWyvern.
I guess for completion's sake, I'm glad we did that, but I don't think that's one I'll be bothering to come back and, like grind against or anything.
Yes, please do not grind against the wyverns. It upsets them.
Okay. Oh, please do not. I thought you were implying they're upset that you're not grinding against them. It's like you don't value them as loot drops.
Oh, I was thinking it was mating prospects or something.
Oh. Okay, I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention. We haven't just stumbled across this treasure clue yet. It's up here somewhere.
Didn't we get it from that box earlier? The one that we opened on the screen with the treasure on it? Actually, yeah, you need to go back to the last screen. It's not in the box. That's why we got distracted.
Yeah, it's
like a sparkly spot.
Yeah, we should be finding a clue, not the treasure chest had like some armor in it, if I recall correctly.
Well, it should be right up here. In fact, I see it to our left on the map.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, these random rocks.
Yeah. So I don't remember his name. The pirate from the Goonies. It's like leaving little obscure puzzle-solving clues. Oh man, we brought these back. We kept our trip short, but you know how many more like nameless grasses we could have put in there, man? Crazy.
3 of them.
Yeah, probably
Sweet River, dude. I don't know where that is.
I'm guessing Maple Delta?
That would make sense, because maple being sweet and all.
River's pretty fucking sweet, man.
Now we can do our hippin' and the hoppin' all over this place.
The hippin', the hoppin', the hip hip hoppin', the don't stop.
That smells so sweet. It makes me crave some candy, says Info.
It's actually, and there's a big bad at a different newly accessible zone.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky charcoal. Gives you that smoky bacon flavor. Oh, this is already accessible, I'm starting to think.
Yeah, maybe.
But you needed to get that previous clue that wasn't accessible before you could get those clues, so effectively it was not.
Illuminated silks. They carry those string lights the millennials are crazy about.
They got those sneakers that light up at the back. Bronco has one of those. He loves them.
Of course he does.
But there's also some pretty great anecdotes out there about police arresting people who are hiding from them, but wearing those shoes. Alright, so...
Well done, criminals.
Yep. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when there's light on your shoes?
Get fucked, get fucked. That's what you're gonna do.
Is this? I guess this is accessible from the other side somehow. Alright, whatever. Okay.
So treasure is smack dab in the middle, according to this. I don't know how we're messing it unless it's up in the trees. There it is.
It just, there was no indicator for this one, which, yeah, whatever. It's alright. But again, this place is chock full of areas you can only get to through these means.
Almost burn an animal hide.
No charcoal, but plenty of animal hide.
Mega wyvern? Nah, it's too tiny.
Yeah, this is an evil orcus. It's not even a wyvern, technically. We got to get Alden here. Tell us what's up with these things.
This is just a flower to decide it is some sort of wyvern.
No, you see, the wyverns believe that Muhammad's brother was the successor, but the orcas believe Muhammad's son. Like, I don't actually know.
I was gonna say there's also some kind of dispute about the age of Aisha somewhere in there.
Yeah, there's like the 11th. I don't know. There's a prophet coming that one side recognizes and the other doesn't. And I don't for a second mean to imply that I find this any sillier than any other religion. Please, I'm an equal opportunity, scoffing asshole when it comes to religion. So, I guess what we're checking here is, what am I doing?
It's in the log, apparently. Because there is a treasure on this.
Oh, is there up here as well?
I see it on the map. It's right north of your position.
Oh, we don't even have to go look at the clue. That's cool. This may be the first clue of a completely new treasure, in fact.
Could be. Many mushrooms are poisonous, but it's difficult to extract the poison. It's a tough material to work with. Much like this thing's face.
Not that tough. I softened it up. Oh, I'm sorry.
I softened it up. I forgot. Did you just went to generic female voice for a second?
I'm anything but generic.
Completely inappropriate. How my fans gonna be able to get into my unique sexual appeal if I got some boring generic voice?
That's exactly right. It's approaching.
I need to switch off of this. This is the thing that does no special. What am I? Oh, fuck. I started slamming the wrong button. I think we'll be okay.
It looks like the Ryza just teleported in front of town there.
Get off my board.
Mr. President.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President.
Ryza, what are you talking about?
Don't worry. My secret identity is still intact. No one knows that I'm really working for the Patriots. You don't get introduced until the next game.
I think at the end, it's like a quadruple cross, but I believe Revolver Ocelot is loyal to Big Boss at the end, but I honestly don't know. And I've played all the, I love that series, not 100% sure what side Ocelot is on at the very, very end.
It's funny because that's exactly what I was thinking about. It's like, what? Who would Ryza be? This is Revolver Ryza-lot. I'm like, what the- martial arts. I think I use martial arts.
Of course,
These damn orchids.
if the cyborg ninja cut off the Rizza's hand, it's fine. She's already built a replacement hand for one person using alchemy. She doesn't need Liquid Snake's hand.
Gonna do it. Oh, man. It did get like 25 episodes like, you know, Frieza.
Well. Hey, that'll stun that thing so it's easier to destroy.
That was a fishing spot. Apparently that's a Rotswasser spot.
It can't be both, apparently. That's how we got up there. God damn it. Look at the skillful use of the run button. First try every time. That's JG's nickname. That he gave himself and no one uses.
Oh, more weasels. You confuse the weasel by stepping back, you know, 5 feet.
Yep. It's a short-sighted weasel. They don't really have weasel optometry.
Oh, this one's one of the ones that they like at the sushi restaurants. The bluefin weasel.
Revolver weasel.
Trying to figure out what kind of noise you'd make as a weasel.
Didn't Pauly Shore used to go like... Oh, Lapis Pavilion. Those are actually good. Like, I traded in gold coins to get some of those.
Oh, boy.
I can tell you're excited.
Oh, 2 of them.
Alright. Doesn't seem there's a whole lot going on up here. It's a fairly... So far, it's a fairly low reward. I know we've got Metal Gear on the brain now, but it's like we're going to have a showdown with the boss, but she's wearing her blue armor.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Ryza, you're a wonderful woman. Kill me!
Oh, okay. Then she did.
She's Revolver Ocelot's mom, you know. I never know which all games you played and what I should not just be freely talking about.
I know all the lore.
Okay. You know who Venom Snake is? Because that'll save you playing through like an 80-hour... It's a really fun game, but it's like 80 fucking hours long to find out who Venom Snake really is.
So I'm not familiar with that one, but...
Okay, I'll leave it. From a gameplay perspective, if you're just like, I don't care about story and shit, I just want to play a really fun video game, oh yeah, Phantom Pain's some good shit.
I have been meaning to play that one. I just don't have a lot of time for everything.
Yeah, no, that's not one you're going to win in like, 40 hours.
No, weekend rental, got it. Or weasels.
I would assume that somewhere between the Game Boy games and, the weird-ass games that aren't quite canon, somebody must have the codename Weasel. It's gotta be.
Yeah, there could be. Because I have one for the PSP, Metal Gear Acid. That one's a bastard.
Never played it. I've heard it's worth checking out. That's interesting.
It's a turn-based strategy game with deck building, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Whoa.
It's also kind of tedious because you have to wait for everyone to take their turn.
Do you have to gather alchemy ingredients? Because if so, I'm in.
No, you can just get other cards from people.
Oh. Sir,
I'm stuck on a rock.
We seem to be in an impasse.
Or orchids.
The 11th prophet will come. We're waiting for him. And meanwhile, the wyverns are just furiously angry. How dare you?
Wow, that was like 4 HP for the Towmeister. My goodness. He's gonna have that growth spurt.
He's starting to feel differently about the Ryza. She's making him feel ways he doesn't remember having felt about her in the past. Ooh, here's an interesting new friend.
Of course, there's a goth version of one of these. Also, we got to make that Pinor key. That was our main thing we were doing.
Oh, and we actually do want to hop back on that at some point because I'm short an alchemy level, which I think would allow us to get the moderate movement speed boost out of our adventurer gear. That might put us over the top. But it's not going to happen in this video, which is ending now. When we come back next time, I don't know, maybe we'll talk about Vamp, the nanomachine vampire. Who's to say?
Find out then.
Bye-bye.